We are in season 4 now. We are on our 3rd episode. We have Thomas Extreme. If you guys don't know, Thomas Extreme wrestles at XWW, ACCW, which we're at right now,
Apple City,
and then a bunch of other promotions I can't think of.
NAWA, ACCW. There's a few, but it's the main three is ACCW, NAWA, and XWW in alphabetical order.
So, guys, the segment that we're about to do, it's where Thomas talks about, you talk about your career and everything, and how it started and how's it going.
Well, it began the summer of like '97. I was riding with my cousin and we seen a wrestling ring on the side of the road. I was like, let's stop and talk to these people. And we started going and hanging out with them and just learning wrestling ourselves from watching TV and being in an actual ring with some other kids.
Yeah.
The ring was bought for this guy for his birthday. His name was Goat. And his mother bought him a wrestling ring for his birthday. And we became wrestlers that way. One day a promoter was driving by while we were in the ring and he stops and he's like, I want you guys to work my show. So we were like, yeah, right. That's how it began.
What's a signature moment in your career so far?
Wrestling a big name like Bobby Fish and just realizing where I am and everything, I guess. Like my personality, the way I approach things, it was just an eye-opening experience. I don't want to, it's kind of negative, but I don't want to get into it because I like Bobby Fish.
If you guys don't know, I'm a big Undisputed Era fan or Undisputed Elite, depending what promotion you're in. So there's custom side plates from when Adam Cole was the NXT champion, and the armband of Roderick Strong, and then a workout t-shirt of Undisputed Era. So with all the members, including Strong at that time. What is your greatest match you've had so far?
My favorite at the moment is the one with Rob Killjoy at Evolution. We went like 20 minutes. It was just they let us set it up how we want to. I went out there at intermission, funked with him at his gimmick table, ripped a picture up, and we got to brawl, and then went right into the match. It was just a great little story we got to tell today.
What is a biggest story that you have on the roads and everything?
I haven't really traveled a lot. I'm a 40 miler all day, I guess. That's what people call it. I wrestle where people ask me to come wrestle. I don't go to places and wait around and hope they'll pick me to wrestle. I know that's what I'm supposed to do, but I did it for too long and I just got tired of it, and I only show up when I'm asked to show up.
What is your signature moves?
I really like the Macho Drop from the top because Macho Man was one of my favorites growing up. So the elbow from the top. I like the Fisherman Neckbreaker. I saw Nikki Cross use that in NXT and I fell in love with it and I stole it. So.
What is your walkout theme song?
I have Yoda humming, and then it has the quote from "In Ashes They Shall Reap" by Hatebreed, and then it goes into Throwdown, this continuum. I couldn't really use it on TV because again, it's copyright stuff.
Yeah.
It's somewhat custom.
What is your bucket list opponents?
Anyone that wrestles. If you wrestle, I want to wrestle you because I just want to wrestle.
Dream feud. Living or not living?
I would like to feud with Foley once. That would be
Especially before he retires.
one of the predominant influences as a young child was Mick Foley.
Yes.
So, yes, I would pick him.
I remember Austin from Wildside. He called me on my birthday because he was at RaleighCon, and he was like, "Hey, I got Mick Foley here. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like signing the 8x10 for me and like talking to me for like 5 minutes. And I was like, well, that's much better, eh?
Yeah, he's a great person. I met him once, and I just wanted to shake his hand. I didn't want to take up his time because people were waiting in line to buy it. I just want to shake your hand, and he'd stop me. I was like, no. And he started asking me questions.
Yeah.
So like, he's a really cool dude.
What is that hidden passion outside of the ring?
I have nothing hidden. I am open about everything. I love to scare people. I did that for 11 years of my life. I ran a haunted trail for the last few years. It was mine. I was the owner. But that's one of my true passions. Wrestling and scaring people. I love to scare people.
How did you land in the character that you do for Thomas Extreme?
Well, the name came about, it was going to be Thomas Supreme, but my cousin kept making fun of me, and he'd call me Mr. Supreme Pizza. So I changed it to Extreme, because I was going to team with a guy named Super TJ.
Okay.
That's why I was going to be Thomas Supreme, because I was going to team with Super TJ. But it became Thomas Extreme, and then I found a gym, and I made a deal with him, and now he lives in my brain and needs to take over every time I wrestle. So it's not quite fun as it should be, but I do have fun.
That's kind of like with Will the list
Okay.
that Jeff does. Because he has his like alter ego. When Jeff needs to go away, Will shows up.
Yes, I guess it is like that. He's trapped in there, and once I put on the mask, he kind of gets to take over.
How much do you stay in character off camera?
Off camera, I'm Thomas Braswell until it's time to wrestle, and I put that mask on, and he hears the music. He gets to take over and enjoy the time out there.
So guys, shout outs to the sponsors, of course ACCW as we're in their building, and TBD Wrestling. And if you guys want to be a sponsor of the podcast, go ahead and hit us up on social media or email us. Email is on Instagram, Facebook. Soon to be a website once we get that figured out how to do that. But guys, we do have sponsors. W Energy, save 15% with Tell to Trevor. Rebel 8, it is an energy drink company. Save 15% with promo code Tell to Trevor. And then an energy pouch, save 15% with Trevor 15. That one I always forget because I never wrote it down in my notes because I never realized what my promo code was from them until they started hitting me up with it. But what is the most interesting place you have ever visited?
Most interesting place I ever visited?
Yeah.
The Scary Church on 268.
Okay.
That's a little church that's supposedly haunted. It was really nice. It's a little creepy place. It's one of the places I vibe with, I guess.
If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
Let's see. Right off the top of my head, the first one that pops in there is Genghis Khan.
Okay.
Because he was violent, and I just want to see what type of person he is.
What is your favorite book and why does it resonate with you?
Anne Rice, Hell, Body Thief. A lot of her descriptions of God and the devil in that book kind of align with what I already thought was going on. I'm like, I really like this. So it was just the conversations between God and the devil in that book is really what draws me to it.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
When I'm by myself, Blackened Waters by Black Label Society.
Okay.
Just because it's really hard and it's a good long workout.
If you could time travel to where would you go?
Time travel?
Since people
I would probably go back in time and tell myself to like travel more. Give myself advice that really wasn't given to me in the beginning that should have been given. Because I started in the wrong place. I'm carny, I guess they say. I came in carny because it was train day of and had the show. So I would go back and just give myself a little different advice than they were giving me.
What is the best piece of advice you have ever received?
Like, slow down, really. I'm always going fast. My brain moves fucking, excuse my language, but it goes a million miles a minute, and people tell me to slow down helps. I'm like, oh yeah, I do need to slow down.
If you could have dinner with any fictional character, who would it be?
Green Arrow. I want to fight.
Okay. Can you talk about a mentor or someone who has played a significant role in your life?
I would say Rob Killjoy is a big influence on me. But again, every time I've wrestled Rob Killjoy, I've walked away a better wrestler because Rob Killjoy loves wrestling and he wants wrestling to be better. And I believe in Rob Killjoy. Rob Killjoy is probably the biggest influence in wrestling for me right now.
Alright, so we have these rapid question fire that our team decided to do to change it up because we had a segment called Trev Shock. And Clara Carter officially retired it last season because no one else could ever beat the record of, I think, 35 seconds.
Answering these questions in 35 seconds?
Yeah. This one, it's not really time.
Okay.
Until I can figure out what a proper name.
We're still trying to answer fast, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Early bird or night?
I'm an early guy most of the time.
Dogs or cats?
I'm neither.
One thing you can't live without?
Money.
What is your go-to comfort food?
Chicken rice.
Summer or winter?
I am a winter person, but I enjoy the summer. I like both. I can't decide on that one because I like to sweat. I'll say summer then. I'll pick summer because I like to sweat.
What's your favorite way to relax after a long day?
Big fat blunt and a shower. I mean, that's an honest answer.
Sweet or savory?
Savory, I guess. Savory. I'm not really a sweet guy.
And then apparently the team added a segment saying you get to ask me 5 questions.
Why did you decide to start a podcast?
So, I've always had a thing for like public speaking and like leading people. So, I was like, you know what, why not? Because I tried doing wrestling down at Palmetto Wrestling Academy and under Cam, and then gave up on myself. And then I was like, you know what, I'm already doing this podcast, why not just make it a full thing? And if it leads me to commentary or backstage work, then so it is.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years doing this?
Hopefully on a radio station, which I know a couple people that can try to help me get in that right direction.
Like a top host? Or?
Yeah. Which I know this cameraman, Clifford, which has also been on the podcast, ACCW Reps.
Love Clifford. I'll ask you coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Beer or water?
Water.
Yay! I got one more question.
Yep.
Okay. When is your birthday?
May 21st, 2000, which has a sad date to it. You know that bridge by the Speedway? That collapsed right when I was born.
Oh.
So my parents said I was not born the time I was, I would be born the next day. So I was like, huh, that's really interesting. So that's how I remember my birthday, because that bridge collapsed and 4 people in school had the same birthday as me. So everybody in school got loaded cupcakes and cake for their birthdays in elementary.
Always loved when it's my birthday.
Right? Until you felt it afterwards and you got home and your parents questioning what the crap happened at school.
Hyperboy.
What is your wildest childhood nickname and what's the story behind it?
I really only had two. I guess it was Flash and Toad. To explain, Flash was just because I ran everywhere. I was always running, and they started calling me Toad because my grandma called me Todd, and when I would write Todd, the first D, the line would be shorter than the second D, and it would look like it was an A, so they started calling me Toad.
Okay. If your life had a theme song, what would it be?
Esoteric Surgery by Gojira.
Okay. What is the strangest food combination you enjoy that others might find odd?
All the chocolate milk and Big Red.
Interesting. I know mine is hash browns and blueberry syrup from IHOP.
Well, I mean, it's starchy and syrup. I can see that.
Or if you go to Pepper Palace, they have these hot sauces that are also like sweet stuff that you can put on pancakes.
Like spicy sweet stuff?
Yeah. What is the funniest joke you know?
That's wow. I guess it's way too dirty. There's 3 closets. One's filled with trash, one's filled with cockroaches, and one's filled with used maxi pads. Right, so this lady's husband has left, and she has a lover over, and she hears her husband come in, and she's like, "Hurry, get in the first closet." And she locks the door. She locks him in the closet. She can't come out. Well, he forgot his keys. He left. She has another lover come over, and then her husband comes back. There's lots of details I'm missing in this story. Anyway, she tells him to jump in the second closet. She locks it behind him, and then her husband leaves again. She has a third lover over, and then her husband comes back once again. She tells him to jump in the third closet, and she locks it. And then her husband comes in, and he leaves again. And she decides not to call any more lovers. She's just gonna wait. And then like a month goes by, and she starts thinking about the closets. She opens the first closet, and the dude's like decomposing. He's dead in the trash. She opens the second one, and the cockroaches have eaten the dude to the bone. She opens the third one, and the dude pops out, "Yeah, I'm ready!" And she's like, "How'd you survive?" He's like, "I ate all those jelly donuts." I know, it's disgusting. It's funny. It's probably the best one. It's like, I don't want to know.
What
What
is
you ask me on top of my head?
What advice would you give to someone that wants to be a pro wrestler?
Train lots. Travel lots. Don't.
What has been the most rewarding aspect of your journey so far, personally or professionally?
In wrestling, it's a therapy. It's really I try to be a nice person and not let my anger get the best of me. And on show days, I have an opportunity to release all that anger onto everyone in the crowd, and I feel amazing after. I put my body through a lot of shit, and afterwards, it's the pain is liberating. I enjoy the pain. I don't know what it is, but it's addictive. The adrenaline rush from going through the crowd and hearing all those people scream and get them to boo you or cheer you, it really is one of the best adrenaline rushes I've ever found.
Is there someone someone out there that you want to give a shout out to?
My children, Boo, River, Dimitri, and Cinder. Almost had a brain tease on which one to call her because they've got like 3 names each.
What is one word or catchphrase that you always say when you approach somebody?
I'm alive.
And then thank you, Thomas, for being on the podcast.
Thank you.
And then where can they find you on social media?
WrestleThomas.com will take you straight to my Facebook page. I do have an Instagram, The Thomas Extreme. I have a YouTube channel, Thomas Braswell. I try to post matches when I can on here. That's pretty much it. I do have an X, Thomas Extreme 82, but I don't really use that. I mostly just post poems on Facebook.
Yeah, I noticed because anytime I open Facebook, because I have him as a personal friend on Facebook, it's always something Thomas. You or Amandicus. Because you and Amandicus apparently post too much.
What? She doesn't post too much. Post just enough.
And we will see you guys next time.